As you and your little ones are cuddled inside this winter, you might be searching for that next playtime activity. Five Little Fireflies is a picture and counting book that brings both the fun and the learning together. So this morning, author Sandra Fleece is joining us in studio to share more about this book and the inspiration behind it. So thank you so much for joining us, Sandra.
Thank you so much for having me.
So we have a beautiful, wonderful display here. And before we get into the activities and the crafts, let's just chat about how this all came to be, because it's kind of a fun story.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it started out just being a song that I sung with my son.
Okay.
And I kind of made up the song for him, you know, to when he was early learning counting and things like that. And he really enjoyed it, and I started to think what, you know, it might make for a fun story and something that he could see visually. And he's a very visual learner, so I thought it might just be kind of fun to make a story out of it.
Yeah.
And then that's kind of how this came to be. So
I love that that's how it started, and then you had the idea and you saw it through. It's not always easy to put together a book. And so what I really like about this is it's interactive. So why don't we chat about, we have these popsicle sticks.
Okay, yeah, I wanted to create something that would allow me to enhance the story a little bit. You know, create something a little bit more visual, bring the story to life. You know, as I mentioned, my son, he's a very visual learner, very hands-on. And I kind of created with him in mind, and just realizing that other children also like, you know, being able to feel and touch, and wanted a fun craft that parents could also do with their kids. They could interact along with the story, and just have something, you know, fun that the kids could color, cut out, put together, and then, you know, count down with the fireflies in the book.
So this is part of it. Within the book, you have this little popsicle stick activity.
I do, yes. Okay. Yeah, it's in the back of the book.
Yes, so let's just kind of give people, I mean, look how precious this is.
Thank you.
Oh, the photos and everything. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, so in the back of the book, you have the popsicle stick activities, fun facts, did you know? And there's also sight words.
Yes, I included sight words in the book to be able to just have kids have, you know, an early exposure to the building blocks of reading, and, you know, something again that the parents could work along with their children with. So, you know, allow them to be able to learn to count, and also the early steps of reading too. So,
and it's the winter time. A lot of children are looking for something to do. Parents want that activity, and what I especially like is the learning element, the activity part. And you actually run an early learning site.
I do. It's called Chasing Fireflies Early Learning, and it's basically, it has a lot of resources and tips for families, crafts, activities. It's got a focus on sensory art and music. Again, you know, just things that I was looking for as a parent that I wanted, you know, in one central location, and I just had the idea of creating a website for that for other parents as well. So,
well, there you go, everyone. You're stuck inside. It's chilly out. Sandra has you covered. This is an option to do with your kiddos, something that they will enjoy. And how cool is it to think that this is something you do with your son?
Yeah, thank you.
And so you know it works.
Yes, he loves it.
So you can take a look at your screen there for all that information. There's the website, the Facebook page, as well as you can follow Sandra along on Instagram. And where the book is also, it's available on that website, correct?
It is, and through Amazon.com.
Amazon as well. It's that easy. Five Little Fireflies. All right. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.